Hi, good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Bible Stories. I am your host through this journey of the Old Testament. I am your personal pretend prophet, Nikki K. the Great, because I'm awesome. So make sure you took your pills. Then, pack a bowl, grab your smokes, get comfy. Make sure you have your bedtime beverage, your nightly reward for keeping other people alive, because that's important. So, with all that being said, cheers. Let's smoke it, read it, drink it, right? All right, let's read it. We're almost done, right? We're going to try to get as close to done as we can, because then we're going to start the New Testament over and we're going to read the New Testament. I'm not getting pinned up on this Apocrypha. Book is aggravating. So, we're on 2 Samuel chapter 20. Now, a scoundrel named Sheba, son of Bichri, a Benjamite, happened to be there. Okay. He sounded the trumpet and cried out. So listen, the sound of the trumpet even snaps people out of their shit, right? Like I blow the trumpet, you listen to me now. And he said, we have no portion in David, no share in the son of Jesse. Everyone to your tents, O Israel. So this is when they split in two. Okay. This is when they separate. I mean, they've been two different places this whole time, right? Well, not really. We've already finished the Old Testament. It's hard. Judah and Israel were one until right now. This is when they're gonna start getting separate kings and shit. So all the people of Israel withdrew from David, and remember, they was just fighting so hard for him. Like, we want this guy. We got 9/10 of a portion of David's blood, right? They were fighting so hard, but now this guy, he's like, no, 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 we're not doing that. So the people of Israel went their way, and the people of Judah followed the king steadfastly from the Jordan to Jerusalem. Good for you. David came to his house at Jerusalem, and the king took the 10 concubines whom he had left to look after the house. See, why did these bitches stay? They could have left, but he put them in a house under guard and provided for them, but did not go into them ever again. They were shut up until the day of their death, living as if in widowhood. These guys. The Then the king said to Amasa, call the men of Judah together to me within 3 days, and be here yourself. This guy. Okay. So Amasa went to summon Judah, but he delayed beyond the set time that had been appointed him, right? And David said to Abishai, now Sheba son of Bichri do more will do us more harm than Absalom. Take your Lord's servants and pursue him. he will find fortified cities and a scuppy. Right? So Joab's men went out after him, along with the Kirithites and the Pelethites. All the warriors, they went from Jerusalem to pursue Sheba. When they were at the large stone that is in Gibeon, Amasa came to meet them. Now Joab was wearing a soldier's garment, and over it was a belt, with a sword in its sheath, fastened at the waist. As he went forward, it fell out. Joab said to Amasa, "Is it well with you?" And Joab took Amasa by the beard with his right hand to kiss him. But Amasa did not notice the sword that Joab struck him in the belly and turned it, pulled it up, and then his guts spilled out everywhere. Right. And cutting someone like that is a whole, man, that's premeditation, because you have to know what you're doing. If you stab someone and then turn it, pull up, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. And also, this reminds me of a Cannibal Corpse song, The Evisceration Plague. He's like, "My entrails are in my hands." Oh, yeah. Just, that's what went through my head. Anyway, one of Joab's men took his stand by Amasa. He said, "Whoever favors Joab and whoever is for David, go." Amasa lay wallowing in his blood on the highway, probably trying to grab his insides. And the man saw that the people were stopping. Since he saw all they who came by him were stopping, he carried Amasa from the highway into a field and threw a garment over him. He's like, "Here you go, dude." Once he was removed from the highway, all the people went on after Joab to pursue Sheba, son of Bichri. Sheba passed through all the tribes of Israel to Abel Beth Maacah, and the Bichrites assembled and followed him inside. Joab's forces came and besieged him in Abel of Beth Maacah. They threw up a siege ramp against the city and stood against the rampart of Joab's forces. They were battering the wall to break it down. And then there was a wise woman from the city, and she's like, "Yo, assholes, the fuck? Tell your guy to come here. I want, what's his name? Joab. Yeah, tell him to come here." So he came over there and he said, "What's up?" And she said, "Are you listening? Because I know you thick-headed Jews. Are you listening?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm listening." And then she said, "They used to say in the old days, 'Let him inquire at Abel,' so they would settle a matter. I am one of those who are peaceable and faithful. You seek to destroy a city that is a mother. Why will you swallow up the heritage of God's place, dude? Like, what the fuck?" And Job was like, "No, no, 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 no. Don't give me that guilt trip shit. I'm not here to destroy shit." I'm here to get a guy. Like, I want to beat that dude's ass, and y'all are hiding him in there. And she's like, that's a negative ghostwriter. We ain't hiding no fucking body. Who do you want? Wait right here. I'm gonna go get him. Then the women went to all the people and they came up with an idea. And they cut the head of Sheba off and threw it over the wall at Joab. And then Joab went home. Now Joab was in command of all the army. Benaniah, son of Jehoiada, was in command of the Kiriathites and Pelethites. Adoram was in charge of the forced labor. Jehoshaphat was the recorder. Shiva was secretary. Zadok, Abiathar, and Ira were also David's priests. Right. Where are we at? Oh, that's not bad at all. Alright, give me just a second. Alright. 2 Samuel 21. Now there was a famine in the days of David for 3 years, year after year. And David inquired of the Lord, and the Lord said, there's a blood guilt on Saul and on his house, because he put the Gibeonites to death. Okay, see, I'm not saying I have a problem with a big guy. See, what I'm saying is nobody ever remembers this. Like, you punish people, but they don't even know what for. You know what for, but the people are like, what is it? And it's like, I don't know. It's a delayed divine retribution or delayed cosmic retribution, something. So I'm pissed off because he put the Gibeonites to death for no reason. So the king called the Gibeonites and spoke to them. Now the Gibeonites were not okay. The Gibeonites were not part of the people of Israel, but they were a remnant of the Amorites. Although the people of Israel had sworn to spare them. Yeah, but they did that by some tricky shit though. Like that was some tricky shit that they did. Saul had tried to wipe them out in his zeal for the people of Israel and Judah. Okay. David said, I what can I do for you, man? God's all pissed off. So, like he says, I have to make it right with y'all. And then the Gibeonites said, it is not a matter of silver or gold between us and Saul or his house. Neither is it for us to put anyone to death in Israel. Then David's like, well, then what? Get to the point. And they said, the man who consumed us and planned to destroy us, so that we have no place in all the territory of Israel. Remember, it said Michael had no kids. Okay? Michael had no kids. That's what it said. Okay? Let 7 of his sons be handed over to us, and we will impale them before the Lord at Gibeon on the mountain of the Lord. The king said, okay. But the king, for some awful reason, spared Mephi. So he spared Mephi, the son of Saul's son Jonathan, because of the oath of the Lord that was between them, between David and Jonathan. They promised on each other. But he also promised to Saul the first time. The first time that Saul conceded to David, he said, please be nice to my family, right? The king took the two sons of Rizpah, whom she bore to Saul, and the 5 sons of Miriam, daughter of Saul. I thought he took, hold on one second, the 2 sons of Rizpah. Okay, so the two were Armani and Mephi. And then, oh my god. So he just killed Barzilla's nephew? Wait a minute. Hold on. 2 sons of Rizpah and 5 sons of Mirab. So then, okay, so I must be thinking of something different then. Okay. So, he took those people. But I wanna, hold on. The 5 sons of Mirab, daughter of Saul, who she bore to Adriel, son of Barzillai. He gave them into the hands of the Gibeonites, and they impaled them on the mountain before the Lord. The 7 of them perished together. They were put to death in the first days of harvest, at the beginning of harvest, barley harvest. When then Rizpah took sackcloth and spread it on a rock for herself from the beginning of the harvest until the rain fell on them. She did not allow the birds to come on the bodies by day or the wild animals by night. And when David was told what Rizpah was doing, David went and took the bones of Saul and the bones of Jonathan from the people of Jabesh Gilead. Okay, yeah, when they took him off the wall. Um, he brought up from there the bones of Saul and the bones of Jonathan, and they gathered the bones of those who had been impaled, and they buried the bones of Saul and his son Jonathan in the land of Benjamin and Zelah, in the tomb of his father Kish. They did all that the king commanded. After that, God heeded supplications for the land. David's so smart, but he's such an asshole. Man, David is an asshole. He's a motherfucker. The Philistines went to war again with Israel. David went down together with his servants. They fought against the Philistines and David grew weary. Ishbi-Benob, one of the descendants of the giants, whose spear weighed 300 shekels of bronze, and who was fitted about with new weapons, said he would kill David. Good luck, motherfucker! But Abishai came to his aid and attacked the Philistine and killed him. Then David's men swore to him, "You're not going out no more, motherfucker. You cannot. No, no, no." After this, a battle took place with the Philistines at Gob when Sibekai, the Hushathite, killed Saph, who was one of the descendants of the giants. Then there was another battle in the Philistines, and Elhanan, son of Ja, uh, Jaar, or Regem, the Bethlehemite, killed Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. No. No, hold on. There was another battle with the Philistines. Elhanan of Jaar, the Bethlehemite, killed Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. There was again a great war at Gath, where there was a man of great size who had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number, in case you couldn't count. He too was descended from the giants. When he taunted Israel, Jonathan, son of David's brother Shimei, killed him. These 4 were descended from the giants in Gath. They fell by the hands of David and his servants. Man. So David has a whole bunch of giant killers in his circle, man. I think the next chapter we find out who everybody is, right? We find out how all of them are considered mighty men. There's like 8 of them, I think. Anyway, let's see how many minutes we did. Oh, 23 minutes. Look, we didn't do that bad. But what do you think? Maybe see. Oh, this is a long one. No, we're not going to be able to do it. Okay, but we only got 3 more. So, we might be able to finish the story of David. No, it's not even the story of David. It's the beginning of the end, though. We're almost done, I swear. And then we're going to read some New Testament. Because I was doing that. And then I wasn't. Because I thought the Apocrypha, was going to be more Bible books. And I don't know. They don't seem like Bible books to me. I don't know. But anyway, I think by next week we'll be starting the New Testament. Next Monday, maybe, is it next Monday? It's Monday right now. So yeah, the Monday coming up. Hopefully we will be starting the New Testament. So now that we're done with that, thank you for watching. I love you and have the sweetest dreams ever.